一二三 ，Hello Hello Hello， 一二三。问问一强有没有？怎么现在进发布会了吗？
现在进发布会了？
没有，他们现在是切回发布会现场，但是还没开始。
你别吓死人！完了。
怎么了？
现在锁链接 KV 没改。
Hello Hello， 一二三，一二三。Hello Hello 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 Hello， 一二三，一二三。Hello。
了啊，在这儿就不赘述了。所以刚才啊，我们通过这个直播的方式看我们3位嘉宾啊，在我们的第一现场玩的，这叫一个酣畅淋漓，感觉很刺激。但是回程呢，他们开的又是非常的稳稳当当，非常的舒服哈。所以对待这种反差，我们几位怎么看？
哎，是的，反差这个词儿其实很重要，因为我理解您作为工程角度啊。就一台车，它要追求一方面极致的指标，其实相对来说是容易的。
是，
但最难的，就最能逼死工程师的，就是既要又要，他哪儿都得强，对吧？就是铺装路面动力要很强，又要能越野，然后相对来说它的使用成本要低，这个真的就非常非常难。
嗯，
是。
那
这是你认为的反差
对啊，
反差
哦，明白了。那这样啊，因为阿飞呢刚才说了一些驾驶方面的反差，我就说说这个从我们主观上感觉这台车的反差。首先，其实坦克500这个车型给我们的感觉肯定是硬派的，是吧？很有气势，很庞大的感觉。但实际上，刚才我们通过这个直播间镜头也感受到了，其实它的内饰非常的细腻，然后你能够感觉到它的皮质很好，它的空间很大，整个是一个很舒服的空间。所以我觉得这是它第一反差。那另外呢，因为我开过这台车，所以其实还有一些反差，比如说对于这台越野能力很。 很强的车，但其实呢，现在它的车机是一个全新的 KVOS 系统，所以它能够做到很智能，跟你的交互的速度和准确率都很高很快。那这个也是一个反差，就是一台主打越野的车，我们依然可以很智能，同时呢，一台主打越野的车是不是也可以有很安静的体验呢？就是这台车上也是有这种感觉。刚才咱们直播间，我们魏总跟郑哥都提到了，所以我觉得从这方面来说，这台车给我的反差感是这样的。
我来说一下大家看不到的，刚才是我们能够体验到的。那其实我觉得我们这台车最重要的还是安全。
1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
硬件上面我们有大梁，还有相关的配置。其实说一些大家看不到的，就是我们的电池。当然我们有8+4的一个多层保护，但是从软件上来说，我们跟清华大学一起研发了一个风云平台，它在后面其实一直在实时监测我们的电池的一个动态，能够提前可能。基于它的一个能量变化数据分析，有可能1个月以前就能分析出来它的一个一些趋势不对，可以提前告知我们的用户，做到一个全方位的一个保护。
其实这个反差，我觉得刚刚我在视频当中感受颇深。为什么？刚刚那个爬坡测试的时候，我天，在车里的视角简直是直接看上天，我觉得很危险。但是呢，尚总刚刚说了一个安全，所以在这儿的感觉就是我这个对这一点的反差就很强烈哈。哎，那刚刚在直播间呢，我感觉大家看的就是很过瘾，不知道几位有没有上手开着试
？Testing 1、2、3、1、2、3。
我之前也
怎么样评价一下？
我一直开，
但我听不到自己的声音哈，我只能听到他们的声音。
有哪些？比如说展开说一说。
这样
就展开了吗？
就可以说一说。
那我就说
1
个小时起了。怎么讲呢？首先我是觉得加速
试一下这个，
因为刚才我们还在讨论。4秒多的加速，但它不是说轿车、跑车那种4秒多加速的。
这个距离是
它悬挂行程本身长，而且因为它电机前段出力大，它没有换挡的平台感和顿挫感，就就出去了。当时我们摄像在外面拍的时候都傻了，他说那车是站着出去的，
就抬着头，
那种雄浑的气魄和给一个驾驶者带来的信心，真的非常非常爽。
我觉得在车里应该是更爽。我看伊娃咱们主持人在车里边，整个人就牢牢的把住这个把手不敢动，
体感会很强烈。
那刚才阿飞他说的是这种很快的这种驾驶的感受，我觉得呢，我说说慢吧，因为我本身也挺喜欢就是开车出去玩的。然后刚才我也看咱们那个主持人在车里开了一把那个上大坡啊，其实他几乎没开。其实是车在开，然后我开的时候，在这个越野场景中，我也是这种感觉。就可能一般我们理解中，如果你上一个特别长的坡，然后这个坡上，比如再有个交叉轴啊，或者让你失速的点，你是不是得冲一下这个坡？你带着速度去冲这个坡，那对于女生来说，可能就有点自信心不足。哎呀，是吧？就是怕难掌控。但是现在这台车它就是可以做到，在我们整个低转速的情况下，给你爆发一个特别大的扭矩。说白了就是你可以像刚才我们主持人一样，几乎不管这台车用巡航的模式，在几公里每小时的速度下，这个车自己就可以通过整个智能扭矩的这个分配系统，慢慢的把我们这个坡爬上去。如果这个坡上再有一个失速点和交叉轴，也完全不在话下。所以我在开的时候，就真正体会了一个这个过程，是让我非常惊讶的，因为我觉得这是一个对于越野来说一个很跨时代的改变，让我们每个人，无论是你有没有这个真正的驾驶技术，或者说是不是我们有没有这个驾驶的力量，都变得不是那么重要，因为这个车本身赋予了给你一个很强烈的能力，这点是让我很惊讶，觉得很棒的点。
所以咱们其实这款车呢，它是主打一个泛越野，大家可能对于泛越野这个理解啊，还是不太一样。因为很多朋友说我对于这个越野有一定的追求，但你发现它没有打折扣，因为它依然是能够满足大家就是体验这种很爽、这种刺激感，简直是动若脱兔，静如处子。所以在屏当中可以看到这种反差。那么在挑战各种环节的时候，我开始觉得哈，哎，这能达到大家预期的这样吗？我们大家能通过视频感受吗？其实我们从远景。从外边看是可以的，但是你从直播间里我们车里的几位嘉宾他们的感觉来看，我觉得应该是更能自己去感受到更深刻，所以我觉得大家可以去感受。
我有水在。上次重庆车展3月份的当时哪个品牌？
也是这两个。
也是这个是吧？
对。
坦克吗？
上次的是坦克是啥都有，5大品牌。哦，这次只是
长城那个长城旗下的。
对。
会影响吗？
不影响。你只要直播的时候不要提到他就行。
好，我往这边坐一个。我同意了，好，谢谢。
然后我的分享。
可以可以。
我不太能听得清，他这里是在说 money 还是 funny？ 你听他这边是说 money。
我再听听。我已经准备好钱了，要买车了 ，ready for money。
演完了，好 ，money 是吧？行，谢谢老师。Ready for money。
中东大哥。
我这次去迪拜，他们口音贼拉重，听都听不懂。
中东人是这样。阿拉伯不是喜欢讲英文，阿拉伯人喜欢就是花很贵很贵的钱请那种就是不能听懂他们讲阿拉伯语的人。
你们上次做那个视频，他有没有讲了两句英文？我都没听出来。
前一段时间有一个那个北京的一个阿拉伯哪个国家的大使馆找我，问我会不会阿拉伯语，能不能去那儿做翻译，就是全职的，他们年薪100万。我说我不会。因为就是会小语种人太少了。
阿拉伯还好，难的是西班牙，西班牙语比较难。所以，超多。阿拉伯语好多方言，他那个方言，怎么说呢？一个国家不同的街道方言都不一样。Ready。
在1楼，谢谢。
哪个？认识。龙哥是谁？他也搞这个团队，他现在在搞。好的，龙哥是谁？玉龙吗？
我不知道。
没见过。我们不同行跨度有点大，一般很少接触。哦。那你们这种没几个就没几个。这个主要是差小，是因为国内跟国外都是一个坡度，然后有时候就会被分。
那我不知道是谁。
啊？
我不知道是谁。
头发。
叫啥？
张嘉诚。你要找他？
没有，我没给他备注。
哦。
要准备开始了。能听到他们讲话？能听到他们说话？发布会要开始了，我就可以直接开始说了，对吧？
等他们转场进去。
好，好，好。好，今年第1张。开始了。Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, friends from the media, good evening. Welcome to the Hi4-Z global launch of TANK500. I'm the moderator today. Welcome. Thank you for your coming. Today is an extraordinary day. It is the first day of the year 2025. So on the first day of this new year, we're gathering here on the global launch for Changcheng. And let's expect the launch of a new star, TANK500. I think today's meeting it's not a result of our expectation for a new model. It is also a best wishes of Changcheng Tank. A good start of a new year represents a very good year, a bountiful year. Looking back at the previous year, we can see the automobile industry has gone through extraordinary changes. And now, more Chinese brands are showcasing their strengths on the global arena and becoming a leading strength in the global automobile industry. Of course, this is inevitable to the choice and the breakthroughs of the people in the automobile industry, as well as their strengths strive for continuous excellence. So over the past 40 years of the development of automobile industry, GWM as a staunch force of Chinese automobile industry to the world has written an important chapter for the Chinese automobile industry. Next, we'd like to give the floor to our important guest to the stage, Mr. Mu Feng, chairman of GWM. Distinguished guests, friends from the media, and friends join us online and offline. Good evening. I am Mu Feng with GWM. I'd like to appreciate you to join us on the first day of 2025 for the global launch of TANK500. And I hope the brand TANK, the red tail, can bring you special fortune for the new year. The new year represents everything innovative, so at this important point, we can review the past and expect for the future. So as a person in the automobile industry, I'd like to take the opportunity to share with you some of my feelings. China used 40 years to realize automobile industry from nothing to what it is today. And China has transformed from a great country of a demand for automobile to manufacturer. So the soil of China is very unique for the development of auto industry. We have the plateau in the west, the desert and the grassland in northwest, rainforest and iceland, covering all areas of China. So such a diversified land welcomed the ORVs from other countries in the past. But such a unique strength enables GWM its power. We are dedicated to our professionalism. ORVs are the signature products of GWM, from Hi4 to H5, H9 to Tank. GWM has been rooted in the ORV industry. And over the past few years, ORVs from other countries are gradually replaced by Chinese manufactured products. And from GWM, China has established our own OR culture. So the OR culture is half written by GWM in China. The innovative technology can be compared to other brands of from other countries, and we have transformed from a witness to participant. So after our experience in the shortage of technology, we know the importance of technological innovation. In the past, a small cheek can be a bottleneck for our industry development. So I have to say, we have been investing in our values. Every core
equipment are the result of our investment, and we have transformed from technological reliance to export of our technology. TANK500 and 500 have been well-received products in many countries and becoming luxurious import cars in many countries. Made in China vehicles have become dream cars for people from other countries. This brings us innate pride. So in GWM, we believe the core technologies shall be in the hands of ourselves. We compete with other countries. We compete with tomorrow. Technology innovation is the future of us. Because of our passion, we are professional. Because of professionalism, so we have GWM. The hardcore OR has been emphasized on the slow speed. It does not refer to the slow speed of driving on the road, but it refers to the large peak torque out peak. Because on the off-road field, there are various scenes with great uncertainties, so the slow speed ensures safe driving. Accompanied by large torque, we can ensure the safety, slow driving, climbing hills, and overcoming difficulties towards a future. So, Hi4-Z can ensure a large torque output in slow speed. We can ensure the 20 times amplification of a torque in the front and rear. The slow speed has established a threshold and also a right line of life for safe OR. Shortly before, when Benz introduced the G series, it also emphasized the slow speed of OR, which coincides with the concept of tank. So based on our experience over the past 35 years, tank, as a newcomer in front of Benz, may be more detailed in dealing with the slow speed. It has break the shackle of million RMB yuan luxurious ORVs. Tank only strives to be the technological solutions. In terms of hybrid, Toyota is a leading brand in the industry, has established a standard for the industry. However, Hi4-Z has ensured the crunch of a new era. So we have achieved a combination of hybrid electric vehicles with the diversion of power. So if Toyota is an expert in hybrid, then Tank has moved one step forward. As a pioneer in ORVs, GWM, especially in today, we do not want to emphasize on our experience. We would like to compete for technology. GWM has invested in 20 billion RMB yuan in all series of vehicles, including SUVs, MPVs, and a pickup. And also we focus on the diversified need of our customers, including pure electric, hybrid, PHEVs. So the platform of Tank has a 2.0T diesel fuel, 3.0T diesel and a fuel. These make us a real, all power, all brands, all scenery, and a globalized OR brand. Before Tank, Many people think the OR vehicles of GWM has been core valued, and many people describe OR vehicles as the real man. But starting from tank, we can see that the OR vehicles of GWM has incorporated a soft power. We have combined the comfort with the strong performance. The trendy designing and spirit make tank stand out among the similar products, making a new category of ORV. And later, we have transformed from OR players to market dominant. We have spread our foot to Australia, Europe, Asia, and even Americas. So in the era of a new energy, GWM has our own ecosystem focused on strong OR sceneries. We have established a hybrid architecture. Hi4-Z emphasized on the slow speed and a combination of the strengths of a low fuel consumption of a new energy. It enhances the stability of ORVs and also avoids the safetiness, the heatness of NEVs. So this is a reliable experience for our users, and our main player today, TANK500 with Hi4-Z, has provided another solution. We can see that the demands for vehicles in China have been surprised, and a good example is ORV. When speaking of ORV, we feel they are distant. So the sense of distance makes ORVs transparent when in the eyes of our consumers. And the demand for ORVs are surprised. So as businesses, we need to walk in front of our users. We need to break the traditional stereotype of our users on ORVs and stimulate their passion for outdoor experience. So Hi4-Z, in the beginning, focuses on our customers. GWM would like to make a vehicle that is both low consumption of fuels, powerful, smooth in driving, and strong in power. Besides, we need to be equipped with those luxurious equipment, so it breaks the considerations of the potential consumers and provide unprecedented customer experience. So in the development process of Hi4-Z, GWM has break the difficulties in our technologies. For example, the power and energy consumption in that battery. So we have to mention the Hi4-Z architecture and its strengths. In our previous live stream, we have seen the mention of Dujiangyan. Today, we would like to use Dujiangyan to introduce Hi4-Z. As we all know that Dujiangyan is located in Sichuan province, the water flow is high, with divergence of water in different seasons. In winter and spring, the river is low, usually with drought. However, in the rainy season of summer, there are always floods. So as far as 2,000 years ago, our greatest ancestors used 3 innovative designs to make the rivers used by the general public and benefit the local people. So rainwater is an important link in the diversion of a water system. It diverts the river into an inner one and outer one, while the inner river flows to Chengdu and the outer river flows into the Yangtze River. So we do the diversion of rivers into different directions. So this is similar to the power of our engine. A part of the power is used as the inner river for the power generation, and the rest power is used by the storage of battery. So in the dry season, a spatial design can ensure the river from outer river flows into the inner river for the use of the public. And also, in the rainy season, it does the vice versa. So this is similar to our engine. For example, our battery can participate in the power. And when the power is redundant, it can be stored in the battery for possible use and avoid the waste of energy. So either for Dujiang Dam and for the power diversion, we can make the best use of our power. So the philosophy of a mediocre is the core wisdom of the Chinese nation. Rooted in technology, enable us to work as far away as possible. Over the past 35 years, GWM invested in technologies and in innovation. We kept investing and making a signature brand of Chinese automobile industry. We share our patent with other brands and establish standards for ORV. We have self-innovative 3.0 engines and break the shackle of self-owned brands. The new technologies of TANK are leading the development of the industry. GWM, with its technological innovation, has expressed our own voice and the voice of Chinese automakers to the world. Hi4-Z is GWM's latest technology in ORV. We believe that the world will love this lovely red of China. The auto industry represents the strength and the manufacturing level of a nation. In GWM, we have a philosophy that all our equipment, including manufacturing, we adopt the cutting-edge technology of the world. We want to lead the world for 20 years. We would like to make all the scenarios, situations, and conditions and bring them into our laboratories so that our development can be more objective. The R&D center was put in use in 2014, and we believe the investment of 5 billion RMB was valuable. We have our unique strengths. We value technologies, and also this gives us good return. We believe that the value of businesses is to create values for the society and for our users. China is promoting a dual engine automobile. We have a 980 transmitter. Also, we make it into new energy models. We want to stick to the long-termism. So, I believe the core of the entire vehicle technology is to be grasped by our own enterprises. We want Chinese vehicles to walk across the world. TANK500 Hi4-Z as the first pan-ORV SUV of Tank brand with its precise positioning and a strong performance. What are the secrets behind it? So next, we would like to welcome Mr. Gu Yukwun to introduce us TANK500 Hi4-Z and why it is becoming popular before the debut. Dear guests, friends from the media, and friends joining us online and offline, good evening and a Happy New Year. It gives me a pleasure to join you on the first day of 2025 to witness the first new vehicle of the world to be launched. At the special time of a new year, we are doing summaries and doing making new resolutions. So in the past 2024, it is an important year for Tank. We can describe Tank in 2024 as a steady and progressive brand. In 2024, we have sold over 230,000 vehicles, an increase of 42%. And globally, we have a total of 600,000 vehicles sold. So basically, we have established a reliance and a trust of global customers on Tank. We are now sold to Australia, US, Middle East, South Africa, and ASEAN. In 2024, the global sales has doubled, bringing the landscape of the low-level brands going abroad. Also, we are competing with the high-end brands worldwide. In Tank, we have been insisting on a multi-level development. We insisted on fossil, diesel, and hybrid and pure electric vehicles to meet the diversified demand of global customers. We make good vehicles for users, and also with our professional technologies, we want to help them to select good cars. As long as they have the need, that is something we need to challenge. So in the Road of Hook, we introduced a classification of OR according to ICUA and the scenarios. We classified ORs into super ORs, pan ORs, strong ORs, and urban SUVs. Instead of putting vehicles into a hierarchy, our intention is to formulate a safety guide. In the pan off-road, we also launched the best solution, which is the Hi4-Z, a super hybrid architecture. We believe in Alexa. The TANK500 red tail version is the best example. TANK500 is a strategic model of a Tank. Shortly after its debut, based on our self-developed 3.0T engine and the 980 transmitters, as well as the luxurious positioning, Tank has received attention and interest from across the world. We have the cutting-edge technologies. And also, we enable our users to have a better choice of Chinese-made models. The Hi4-Z provides new energy solutions to off-road vehicles. And also, we oversurpass the world in a straight line, meeting Chinese customers' demand of both power by fuel and electricity. So I have to say it is an epoch-making products. In the past, we tried hard to overcome the lockdown of technologies by other countries, but today we have a pan-OR plus electricity solution. On the one hand, it provides unique pan-OR experience to our customers. Also, it constantly strengthens the patent wall of a tank. So today, we focus on Hi4-Z. The protagonist is Hi4-Z. I have to say, it is the most comprehensive off-road hybrid system in the world, including pure electric, range-extended electric, power shunt, direct drive, and parallel, and all other working models. In all scenarios, it can leverage its strengths in different conditions. It can function at the highest functional level. Just now, Mr. Mu introduced the power shunt by taking the example of Dujiangyan, whose natural water flow distribution is similar to Hi4-Z principle. It realizes the automatic distribution of energy while converting electricity into our battery. So it empowers our engine to drive efficiently, and the rest of the power is sorted into the battery. So from the beginning, we wanted to make Hi4-Z mileage to over 200 kilometers by applying the WLTC, the highest difficulty. We want to meet people's demand of transmitting within a week in order to achieve the experience of charging once weekly. So it is not only about simply sacrificing interior space to give way for more batteries. Based on our previous technologies, we have realized the high-density integrated layout of our plan, such as the innovative design of nesting the model rotor and the planetary rolls. We have developed the world's shortest transmission with a longitudinal dimension of only 560 millimeters, 20% shorter than that of a single-gear hybrid transfer case. Because of this, we're able to arrange a high-capacity, high-density battery. We put a battery which is the same size of that of Tesla into tank. After road test, the result was, to our surprise, 222 meters electric range. So we want to give our customers a sense of security with our practical attitude. So this is a video of the road test by media. The battery looks larger, so WLTC can enable 200 battery range. As you can see, we have 70% remain. This is so accurate, and as you can see, everything is on. So I have to say, you are so conservative in marking your mileage. We turn on the air conditioning and make it pure electric. It is marked 201, but in real road, we have around 211 kilometers with 9 kilometers remaining. So in the cold winter in North China, this is something appreciable. Earlier this morning, I have tested is a pure electric range. I think the 201 marked one is conservative because for now I have traveled 240 kilometers. Please join me in a warm round of applause. With an electric range of over 200 kilometers, we need fast charging. So based on a 800V charging platform, we can and 3V high charging multiplayer battery, realizing a maximum charging power of 163 kilowatts. Thus, in the time of a cup of coffee on the 800V supercharging pile, we can charge for 120 kilometers. And next time we'll travel from Beijing to Baoding, you can come here on pure electricity by charging in the time of a cup of coffee. So we have been the #1 in plug-in hybrid charging rate tops the industry. Actually, people have their own consideration for the charging rate of hybrid vehicles, and also we want to maximize our experience in the battery died condition. We invited some of our tankers to do on-road test when the battery is dead. So such a 3-ton vehicle can run as far as 150 kilometers in winter days. This result has transformed people's idea and perception on the energy consumption of our vehicles. I think this is a result of the innovative power shunt of Hi4-Z. We have made possible power shunt and solved the problems of high energy consumption of traditional NEVs when the battery is dead. So, under such circumstance, the utilization of power is over 97%. This is a real saving. Also, in terms of power shunt, it maximizes the use of power all the time and can also supply electricity according to the real needs. We have this kind of feeling that when driving an e-vehicle, when the battery is dead, the energy consumption is high. I think this is a reason that we can only use the engine to drive the vehicle without a battery supply. However, Hi4-Z can use intelligent energy management to use the surplus energy to prepare for the strong power output, like the surpassing on the high speed. So no power is wasted. In the middle speed, we use a single gear hybrid to better use the power of engines. By taking into consideration of both the efficiency and power. And it ensures the economical and efficient operation of the vehicle. Also, Hi4-Z is equipped with an intelligent energy management system that incorporates navigation, radar, and cameras to realize precise prediction of road conditions and control all systems to operate in synergy to achieve the highest overall efficiency in all scenarios. We have to say that in the history of auto industry, Hi4-Z, has lowered the level of efficiency to the level of a small sedan, and the power consumption of large OR SUVs has entered 7 liters. Speaking of the power, we can use the 2.0T engines output 863 horsepower by linking those engines and achieving 4 seconds of 0 to 100 kilometers acceleration, and even 5 seconds of acceleration under the dead battery. We know that in order to ensure the stable performance of each of the system in frequent large load output, we abandon the oil-cooled solution commonly used in the industry and adopt the water-cooled and oil-cooled dual system to increase the peak torque duration by 70% and cut temperature rise by 20%. Besides, the sustained torque up by 12%. These make TANK500 unique among OR vehicles. So after crashing 20 times in a row for 0-100 acceleration, we see no big difference between the first and the last. At the test drive, we organized a friendly race between blade electric vehicles and luxurious SUVs. So please feel the superb performance. Here, I would like to mention that 43 seconds is the maximum performance of TANK500 Hi4-Z. Besides, it applies the specialized rear suspension, the same one with the G series of Mercedes-Benz. It retains the inner strength of a traditional integral axle and accommodates a large drive module. The process uses the industry's highest standard, which allows stability and durability. So compared with traditional entire suspension, the light is reduced by as high as 35 kilograms, which brings more flexible handling and a better adaptability. It's just like our athlete is wearing a pair of running shoes. The low-level gear enables 20 times amplification of the torque. So, accompanied by ITVC intelligent torque vectoring control system, the intelligent management is better ensured. So, it ensures a movable home to explore the wider world. Let's see its performance on the pan-OR scenes. So all these strengths are brought about by the Hi4-Z architecture. In addition, the luxury experience, smartness, and intelligence are also there on Hi4-Z. First, luxuriousness. It is the DNA written in the DNA. That is something we have been pursued. In terms of the exterior appearance, we have made the right-tailed version. We call it 一定红 because it represents our best wishes for all our users. Shortly after October the 1st, last year, we see many users painted their own vehicles into red-tailed versions. So we promised that it will be shelved. So in the development stages, we found it is hard to meet customers' demand, and it is hard to make one step forward every day. Our technicians, innovative, the colors, the coating of the red tail version shall be done at the same time of red and white. To avoid the uncontrollable color spots. So in order to do this, after 4 months of investigations and testments and 90 rounds of experiments, we found it requires 13 times of investment of effort in doing the coating. Also, we have to do the minor adjustment to realize the radiant. So compared with the traditional coating techniques, even for Lexus, it has 7 layers, but the GWM tank has 10 layers. So in order to do this, we have established a separate production line with investment of 10 million yuan. So even with this, the efficiency is only 30% of coating compared with traditional colors. So this leads to the result of a scarcity of the color. I have to say, luxury is the fundament of our vehicle. In terms of the materials and equipment, we strive to provide the best and luxurious experience to our users. We use a large area of authentic leathers. The architectural design and the massage seats can compete with the million RMB level luxurious vehicles. I believe tanks running everywhere is the best exemplification of our safetyness. Actually, we have done special treatments to the safetyness. In terms of the safety protection, we have done special treatment. We have done 8+4 castle design and also did a lot of real-scene imitation tests to ensure that the battery use is safe under different conditions. In terms of the test monitoring, we use the B Cloud platform built by Hive Energy with Tsinghua University to realize real-time monitoring and neat risks in the buds, better protect our users. In terms of intelligence experience, we have applied the latest Cafe OS 3 system with 4 intelligent modules, including children module. Also, it allows language recognition system. Within one sentence, it can reflect to 10 signatures. The luxury of a pen ORV can bring diversified outdoor experience. We ensured 2.2 kilowatts in-vehicle discharge, which is a must for replenished energy for drones and other power equipment. Also, we allow the outdoor outlet power. After introducing so much about H500 Hi4-Z, many of our guests have test drived the latest version. I believe they have a lot to share with you. So next, I would like to give the floor to Eva, Chen Zhen, Yi, Afei, and Mr. Wei to the stage. Please be seated. Good evening. We have heard about the introduction of the products. I would like to ask how you feel about it. Is it good? Thank you. I can feel your enthusiasm. We are happy that just now our guest and the CEO of Tank has did a type dressed in the real scene scenario. I cannot believe that on the first day of 2025, it is so splendid. We just mentioned that TANK500 Hi4-Z enjoys sound technologies, but also it has something that is very attractive to me, the sense of luxury. First, let's talk about the luxury. We know that many of our guests own several luxurious vehicles, so please share with us, when talking about luxury, what is the core essence of luxury? Chen Zhen, please. I think the sense of driving is important. When driving Hi4-Z in the test field, and from the test field to our venue today, it is mainly driven by electricity. I think the testing driving is very progressive. The driving sense is good, but we have a confidential contract. You cannot say too much about it. How about Yi? I want to be emotional because speaking of luxury, it has to create an atmosphere. The vision, the feeling has to be luxury. It brings you warmness and the sense of luxurious. It means my satisfaction. In addition, it is very quiet. Inside the hardcore experience, appearance, and the premium driving experience, it is very confidential and is quiet. Third, from a growth perspective, it is safe. Besides, it allows me flexible driving experience. That is something enabled by the acceleration of electric vehicles compared with the traditional fuel-powered vehicles. When doing acceleration, you can feel the noise created by the engine. But when driving NEVs, either in a normal daily driving or today's test driving, you can feel the smoothness of acceleration. They're expressing their definitions on luxury. But my takeaway is the same with Chen Zhen. I think that is very correct, the flexible driving experience. it means that no matter how hard you use it, you can still have more to use. The 863 power horse cannot be utilized to the maximum, but only 1% of power enables me to drive flexibly. It gives me the feeling that I am not working hard, but the power is there. It is handsome. It gives you the sense of feeling at the first sight. So, Mr. Chen, you can see that they are representing the perspectives of our users. They have different criteria and different demands. How do you define luxury? I think today's venue is a good place for us to discuss because we have different definitions. And I welcome your participation, friends from the media. If I have to use one sentence to define luxury, I think it is within a certain category, within a certain technology, when it reaches the maximum performance. That is something I can describe as luxury. I would like to joke Chen Zhen. He introduced me Lamborghini because every time when he goes out, he has to prepare a lot. The feedback from the acceleration of Lamborghini is irreplaceable. I think that is something different from NEVs. So when buying Lamborghini, asking the acceleration performance, the seller told him that he had no idea of the acceleration performance of the vehicle because it focused more on the brand luxury. So when brands are pursuing the maximum performance in a certain performance or in a certain technology, it is already a luxury brand. For example, the sound player, but I have to say TANK500 Hi4-Z enjoys the ultimate power, the ultimate power among the pan-OR vehicles. Based on this, we enables it with more functions to drive and more conditions and in more scenarios. The mark of our WLTC electric range is only 101 kilometers, but actually you can drive as far as 250 kilometers in city. So when we are driving in the countryside, when the road condition is not that good, we can also have a good condition, especially in desert. I have to say I cannot define luxury, but I welcome your discussion. Mr. Chen just mentioned about ultimate. I think ultimate in performance, ultimate in appearance are important. And we have to give our customers more choices. And you can see we have differences in our technologies. Actually, Chen Zhe has experienced all kinds of technologies of tank. So can you share with us your feeling? From the perspective of technology, it is very complex, but to be short, we want to use technologies to match different scenarios, what kind of users use what kind of vehicles in different scenarios. In TANK500, you have Hi4-T and Hi4-Z. So it depends on the using scenario, like the pan-OR scenario. Also, you have Hi4-Z.
魏总之前提过这个事儿。
聊过了，
这个 Hi4-Z 呀，我们为什么有 Hi4-T？
Why do we have Hi4, Hi4-T, Hi4-Z, and Hi4-G? Because these technologies match people's demand for different using scenarios. They are a perfect match for a according scenario. For example, Hi4 is SUVs for city usage, and Hi4-T represent the super off-road experience. And Hi4-Z, why do we define Hi4-Z as a pan off-road vehicle? Because you can hardly drive it on muddy roads. It enjoys best performance on deserts, while Hi4-G is more comprehensive. It is applied to heavy load trucks. I think the heavy load trucks of Tank is really good. It is one of the world's best trucks in the world. So if you want to travel on bumpy roads, we can lower the energy consumption by 25%. Even on plain road, we can reduce the energy consumption by 15%. So for a truck as heavy as 49 tons, we are now challenging 31 liters, but now with Hi4-G, we can achieve 20 liters of energy consumption. This is really a superior performance. And now, as we are waiting for the assemble of the product, we have received the requirement of test from many businesses because it is a product mainly to be. And in my conversation with Chen Zhe, with my friends, we want to make energy management pre-made because we can predict the upcoming road conditions, so we can control the speed ahead of time. For example, when we are running on high altitude, can we lower the battery storage? I think we're offline from the main theme. Let's come back to Hi4-Z. I have to say, we are really looking forward to Hi4-G. So for either technology, it is a technology that satisfies people's and customers' demand. So the basic logic is customer-centered and customer-oriented. In terms of Hi4-Z, Chen Zhen has shared with us his experience. And please, the rest of our speakers, share with us your experience. My feeling is that tankers and potential customers know how to play and know vehicles. Just like our moderator mentioned, it meets our demand. So the demand for tank users and customers are diversified. We want to go out because it has to have a long range. And on bumpy roads, it needs to have a strong performance. And also, for daily commuting, we can drive safely. So it has a large battery to ensure the daily commuting. For commuting inside city, we can say we do not need to charge fuels. And also, we need to drive in the bumpy roads when the roads conditions are not good. We need superb performance. And when driving on the high-speed way, it also needs to satisfy our demand. So Tank 500 meets all these demands under all scenarios. So these are the takeaways after the test driving. I share the same feeling because I have also a very diversified demand. How about Abby? Speaking of Hi4-Z, it has something that changes my mind because over the past days, I have done some researches of the background of Hi4-Z. In terms of its technologies, many people are talking about the innovative technology because but today, I asked how you come up with the idea. But they told me that it is easy to have this idea, but it is hard to make it into a reality under limited space, under the current suspension. It is hard to make it real. But my next question is, why tank makes it possible? And I got the answer that hybrid is complex, but it is less complex than 9AT. So I have the feeling that tank is not the best student in the class, nor it has special power. I think it is the result of its accumulation over the past years. It works on every detail of a technology and makes it what it is today. Actually, Afe mentioned an important point that technological innovation relies on the innovative stuff. And I've been here several times, as many of you have. We encountered a group of people who are really grounded, who are devoted to the technology, who are backstage workers. Before the opening of today's live stream, I encountered them. I have to say, you are the best. Please express our gratitude to all of them. Thank you. In our test driving today, I can feel the fast and the slow because when driving on a high speed, we drive as high as 200. The feeling was really strong inside the vehicle, and another feeling is slow. I don't know why I received a challenge that I had to drive at a low speed for the 60% slope. I was encouraged to drive. Thanks to the mode, I finished the challenge smoothly. Even when I couldn't see the road, I could only see the sky. I drove safely. Just like what we said in our discussion, slow is hard to achieve. But my question is, why off-road has to be slow? And what are the difficulties in terms of technology of driving slow? Indeed, the electrification of vehicles brings unimaginable experience to our customers. But electric vehicles ensures fast acceleration and quietness. Despite these, it is not perfect. As a matter of fact, the traditional uncoupled engines had a low torque and a low speed. But the traditional vehicles even had torque when it is not swerving. But the power engine requires fast swerving. of picking
所以
torque.
说呢，只要不转，这电机会迅速的升温。
So when
一升温，
the engine is
你
not
肯定得保护它，
swerving,
你要不保护就
the
烧了。
temperature is
所以说
high, which requires protection.
解决了一部分这个问题，
And Hi4-Z have
速度
solved
增大。
a part of the problem
因为越野呢，有的场景需要冲，
because we need to do racing in off-road scenarios. We need to use the inertia
干挠是吧？你往那干挠，
instead of applying on simply
干挠会
acceleration.
你的难以驾驭它，你要难以驾驭。
When the engine is hard to manage,
所以说
there will be safety
慢
concerns.
基本功
I have to say, slow is the very fundament of a vehicle, of a off-road vehicle. But in the long run,
是不是能够
whether
彻底
we can face out all these problems,
但是呢，从现在的
this
技术
is an obstacle for the entire industry.
目前还没得到解决。
And the current
所
technologies
以说，
cannot
把这个
overcome the difficulty.
就是为了告诉大家，
All in all,
我们那个
using Hi4-Z
就是想
and the
给用户
classification of off-road
你不要拿
standards, we want to provide a reference for users. Please do not drive a pan off-road vehicle on the super off-road scenario.
总的来讲，这个大多数
So generally speaking,
是需要
in almost all scenarios, we need to drive slowly. So either driving fast or slow, we need the TANK500 Hi4-Z is based on the scenario. The theme is that we want people to feel your devotion to technology. As you can see, every time when we talk about technology, Mr. Chen is very enthusiastic. We want to talk a lot more, and we have something more to be expected. And next, we would like to invite Mr. Chen Zhen to make a very short conclusion of the signatures of the new vehicles.
其实就是整体的感受，包括今天
Generally speaking,
爬坡的能力，
its performance is good when climbing up a slope. It's easy to drive.
就是可以说让我们把这件事儿做得更简
And
单了，或者说是让它更易于操作、更安全了。然后再有
It
呢
is
就是
safer and easier to
加速
drive.
还有跑高环，其实就是动力的储备非常
The
的
power is well stored
就是
for
立刻
acceleration.
就跑起来，而且它跑到200公里每小时的时候，不是
And the speed of 200 kilometers per hour
而是提速
is very easy to be achieved.
也许可能有250、260公里每小时那样的一个行驶的动力储备，但
You
是
can see it has the power storage of 250 even to 260 kilometers per hour.
安全，它没有道理。
You can drive safely on 200.
然后这个感受很好。再有就是从实验场开始
And
这个
when I drove from the testing field to our venue, in railroad scenario,
电驱就来了。所以就是
the
它是一个
e-power
综合
is
的
really
车
smooth.
很有
The
能
complex
力的
feeling
车而且
is
因为
really
它的
good.
这个电池的电量接近60度的这
And
个
the
电量
battery
那么如果
mileage
充电
is
的话
good.
其实你整个的用车
When
成
you
本是
have
非常的
a
因为你那样
charging
内
stand
燃
at your
机
home,
的比
the
例
cost of
比较
using the
小
car
那么
will be
你
very
周期
low.
就会非常的长。所
The
以这台车我
maintenance
觉得就是
period
综
would
合
be
的表
very
现
long.
非常的 OK。
So I think
当然
the
这个
overall
感受这个
performance
是
of
分
the
版
vehicle
刚才
is
我说了
okay.
图的各个1块、2块、3块，对吧？高速、慢速，日常
And
这
the
现在还差一
vehicle
块
can be
非常
used
关
in
键
different scenarios.
这最后一块就是它
Only
到底多少钱？
one is missing
问
from
到
our
了一个非
introduction
常关
is
键的
the
点，大家想不想
price.
知道？
How much indeed is the
想
vehicle?
对，所以呢，最后的问题来了哈，我们这样一
And
台
last but
既
not
可以
least,
让你在
we
城
come
市
to the
带着
important
家人出
stage,
游，同时也
such
可
a
以走
vehicle
得更
who,
远的
that
地
you
方，带
can
着我
take
的
your
梦想
families
出发去
abroad
越
and
野，
you can
并
take
且
your
开起来
dream
也非常有面
on
儿的。我
off-road
们的这
scenarios.
款车到底价
How
格是
much
多少？
is it?
那接下来这个环节，这个悬念，我们就有请坦克品牌古玉坤先生上台继续跟我们分享。我们有请所有嘉宾落座，掌声送给他们。
好，
好，有请，有请古玉坤先生，有请。
这些人请。
感谢魏总和几位老师的真情的分享。那么接下来，就让我们一起见证最激动人心的时刻。超200公里的纯电续航，4秒级的加速，7升市区的馈电油耗，最强泛越野 SUV 坦克500 Hi4-Z 建议零售价36.38万元。另外，开年红好事不能停，一定红的版本我们不加价。但是有一个提醒啊，考虑到工艺的一个复杂性，产能是有所限制的，所以一定红的交车周期预期在8周的左右。另外呢，我们在36.38万的基础上，春节期间2月28日前下定，赠送4000元的新春开年红的购车红包。这样还是不够，13000元的舒享套餐，我们继续免费送。另外还有金融、置换、增换购的一些6重礼的好礼政策，让您购车、用车全程无忧。以上的权益，预售期下定的用户同享。所以即刻起，大家可以登录坦克 APP 进行下定选购。最后，新的一年已经开启，坦克也将继续用心守护每一位用户。愿每一位坦克的车主新年好事长城，2025年大家一起红！谢谢大家。
结束了，太下去了。
谢谢。
Thank you.
非常感谢古玉坤
Thank you, Mr. Gu.
为大家带来的详细解读，所以我们也相信
We believe TANK500 Hi4-Z will become your first choice of a vehicle at the beginning of 2025, just as President Xi Jinping mentioned that as the dream is far away, as long as we chase it, we can be there. So please expect a splendid future of Chinese auto industry and a better performance of GWM in new NEVs. And we wish all the tankers and the friends from the media a best starting of 2025. Thank you again. See you next time.